through the pandemic, like Ritesh sir said. So,
Hello, this is Siraj from filmfestivals.com. The question
I'm
is...
sorry, Siraj Sahab, actually this conversation is not yet over. If you could give us a minute to complete.
Oh, I thought it was over.
Not at
So
all.
sorry.
No, don't
so
worry.
finish it. I took long.
Thanks.
So so like I said, few films, प्यार से जिसको बनाना पड़ता है धीमी आंच में. That's how I would say it. So I think we made it well, and they had a vision, so they trusted my vision. So I had to deliver. So I'm like, yeah, we'll do it, right? And that's how that's one of the reasons I'm really lucky to have my producers watching my back saying, no, are you happy? I'm like, yeah, we're getting there. Yeah, time.
अभी मैं वैसे एक बात कहना चाहूँगा, अभी इतना कॉर्पोरेट सिस्टम हो गया ना फिल्म्स का भी कि 2 महीने में 4 महीने में रेडी करके दो डेडलाइंस. तो पहले तो मुगले आजम बनती थी ना, तो कोई सवाल नहीं करता था. अभी ये फिल्म जो जमा टिका के हमने बनाई है और स्टाइलाइज्ड वे से बनाई है, इसको कुछ चीजों को, कुछ बेमिसाल चीजों को वक्त लगता है, और ये उनमें से एक है. So I think yes.
Siraj Sahab, sorry, I'm going to go back to Siraj Sahab because he still has a mic.
Thank you.
Sir, boliye na.
Hi.
Oh man, I'm so sorry. Now we have to move on. Thank you.
One to Ritesh and Ravi together. When you're doing an action film, and with so much of technology at your disposal, a lot of VFX, you can create those without real acting and without real actors. So it must be a tough decision of how much to really do on the computer and how much to do with the actors and with the risks involved. So how do you tackle this aspect of action?
To be honest, I think when you're talking about VFX involved in action, yes, there are a lot of possibilities, and it's constantly evolving, and it's evolving actually literally every 2 or 3 months, right? But in this film, most of it, what you see, is done by the actors or stuntmen, but there's a restriction. The minute you go into of shooting it in a certain way, when you want to go to a close-up, or when you see him up doing a certain action, you can't cheat that. You'll have to somehow work out using real characters. What does help is that when you do these face replacements and all that, but those are not done in this film. So if you're talking particularly about this, of course, it does make it easier. Safety-wise, you have to be safe, because it doesn't matter whether it's the actor or the stuntman. You have to be responsible and have your safety measures in place, irrespective of who's performing that. Unless it's a completely 3D created character, then it's different. But in this film, there's nothing like that. So most of the action you see is being done by the actors sitting here, or it's being done by the stunt doubles on wherever. Obviously, you don't want to put the actor at that risk, but the stunt guy is capable of doing that stunt. So I think that's the difference. But you're right, there is a lot of change, but it's not only, I think it's restricted to a certain level also, and it doesn't give you that much of freedom of creating what you want with real life action.
I also feel too much tech takes away the emotion. I feel, especially when you're doing action, if you don't feel it, when somebody hits, like physically, when there's a physical contact, you cannot replicate. You can, it takes time, you spend a lot of money, you might as well do it. If you understand the craft of it, it's very easy to cheat, and you can't catch me like in the VFX part of it. So you create everything, you do maximum real stuff, but few things like Ritesh was saying, you cannot achieve, but you try and achieve through that, but it's kind of hidden and camouflaged. So you have to use that to your advantage, and you have to be smart while making it. Otherwise, you'll be spending. VFX is not an easy thing to do. Yeah.
So, Ravi, you have to be smart by not calling me sir again.
I was just glad that.
You started calling me sir.
Why does he have the permission to do that?
No, there's no permission, but I'm just wondering why.
Now, a question to the person who's not yet faced a question. Villain with a very long beard.
Yeah.
So, इस फिल्म में आपका किरदार किस उम्र का है, और आप असल में अपनी असली उम्र से उस उम्र तक ढलने में कैसे पहुंचे?
सर, आप सबके सामने मेरी असल उम्र जानना चाह रहे हैं। मैं 50 का करीब का हूँ सर, और 55 के आसपास का वो आदमी है, लेकिन मैं यहाँ 50 का होने के बाद 30 का फील करता हूँ। वो 50 का होने के बाद, 55 का होने के बाद 65 का फील करता था। और मेरे ख्याल से मैं और भी कुछ पूछना चाह रहे थे आप इसके अलावा? बस
नहीं सर, इनका एक और सर का मुझे बताना है। इन्होंने फॉर अबाउट 6 months, that's what the commitment's all about. Like, I really respect, I'm really lucky that I had great stars, you know, like I have great actors in my film. Raj sir for 6 months didn't do anything because I had asked him to grow his beard, because I said I don't want to use, like, I hate wigs. I said, do you mind? He said, I love this character, and we had a really interesting conversation about it, saying I'm going to grow my beard, and he walked in with that for 6 months, didn't do anything, and we styled him, and after that again till we finished he was holding on to that. I think that's a commitment, especially in today's time, and I really thank you, Raj sir, for just giving it all, and I really appreciate that.
I'm honored, sir. It's a pleasure that I'm a part of this film. Thank you very much.
Siddhant, I have one more question for you. You know,
Sorry to keep you waiting.
No worries. This film established you as a solo hero. So how challenging was the wait for the release, because it's been very long for you as well?
How challenging was the wait? I think I did a couple of films in between. So for me, I just love being in front of the camera. I want to just go out and act. And the process obviously takes long. And when I wanted to be an actor, I knew कि काम मिलने से पहले भी बहुत इंतज़ार है, काम मिलने के बाद भी बहुत इंतज़ार होगा। और बस I mean I was mentally prepared कि I know, मुझे पता था कि ये बहुत कुछ अलग बना रहे हैं। We're making something very big. We're making something very special. So I didn't mind the wait, to be honest. I never went restless about it, but I was very curious about how it's happening. You know, because being part of such a big film, I was constantly calling Ravi sir or Ritesh sir ki, okay, what are we doing with that? Like, I just wanted to know the process of an action film, how it's made. The sound design is going to be very, Pranav, if he's here, he's done a great job. When you see the film in the theater, it's path-breaking in sound design. You'll feel each and every little dust particle also falling on the ground. So I've been a part of this process, so I almost feel like I was part of the team. I became an intern to Ravi sir. We were constantly sharing ideas with Ritesh sir for the poster, for everything. So for me, it's been a very, it's almost like a film school, after the wait. And it's beautiful, I think. I learned so much waiting for this film, actually.
Lastly, I want to ask everyone, you